we will go directly into the meditation on triangles. And welcome into this meditation. This is also suggested by Master DK. The triangles of light and of goodwill are essentially invocative. They constitute the ABC of the coming science of invocation. Their strength is dependent upon the depth of feeling in the one case and the strength of the will in the other, with which they are created. As humanity builds or creates the triangles of light and of goodwill, they are in reality invoking a response activity from the two of the Buddhas of activity. The one who works through the medium of the will aspect, and the one who works through love in humanity, intelligently applied. Forget not that these three great Buddhas summarize in a peculiar sense the transmuted essence of the previous solar system, in which intelligent activity was the goal. Today, that essence underlies all the activity of the solar system, but is motivated by love. The Buddhas themselves form a deeply esoteric triangle. And maybe we just align shortly with these three great Buddhas. And in one sense, the three Buddhas of activity are those which are behind the whole activity of the triangle work. Antakarana building. Within the body of the planetary locus, humanity is slowly building the Antakarana. This is in reality the linking thread between the head center of Sanat Kumara and his heart center. And ponder on these words. You know that the Antakarana building is about the triangles. And again, let us align. Let us breathe lightly white light a few times, drawing the light from the soul via the Antakarana. And inaudibly and consciously sound Om 3 times through your lower triangle 3 lower bodies. Through this opened alignment, contact the triad via the Antakarana. And recognize this opened interplay. Building triangle of light. Master DK, I would ask you for a few minutes each morning prior to doing the group meditation to rest quietly back in your chair or bed and closing your eyes, link up with your soul and with me, your friend. You will thus create a triangle of light between your soul, your head center, and with Master DK. Fix and hold this triangle firmly in your consciousness through the power of the creative imagination. Now see next as a solid triangle of light and not just as an outline. Visualize the base of the triangle on the mental plane, where Master Decay works and where dwells and works your own soul. The lower point or apex touches the top of your head. And now see pouring down via the triangle a stream of light, golden light or light orange in color, but not white. See this flooding your whole body. And when you have visualized this as perfectly as possible, then rest back in that light and bathe in it as you would bathe in the waters of the sea. See it permeating every part of your physical equipment. Let it do its work without you having any definite ideas as to what should be accomplished. The rest of the activity is in the hands of Master DK, and you can safely leave it to him. This exercise will aid you in handling your life problem and your service. Until such time as you enter into that light, wherein consciousness awakens, free from the bonds of flesh. The blessing of your co-disciples is upon you and yours on them. Contact. Now, after we have reached the poised states, holding the consciousness steadily in the mind and not just in the head. Contact the spiritual triplicity, which is that which hovers over the square and radiates the energy of light into this waiting field of active thought. Let us say, in the center of the will of God I stand. Naught shall deflect my will from His. I implement that will by love. I turn towards the field of service. I, the triangle divine, work out that will within the square and serve my fellow men. Contacting triangle members. When we inwardly contact our triangle members, be aware how your triangles every time become etherically more living, and thus vitalizes the global network of triangles. We start with the premise that energy follows thought. Oh. Focus now on your triangle or triangles. We will call upon our triangle group members by name with love. So let us keep about 2 minutes silence to sound these names silently or aloud. 3 minutes silence, 2 minutes silence. Love and goodwill. Visualize the flow of love and goodwill passing between the members of your triangle or triangles, emanating from one of the Buddhas of activity, the one who works through love, intelligently applied in humanity. Feel the second ray energy on how it changes the square-like planetary etheric field. Reflect the words of the Christ. A new commandment I give you. Love one another as I have loved you, so you also must love one another. Spiritual light. Visualize now the flow of spiritual light passing between the members of your triangle or triangles. Now descending from one of the Buddhas who works through the medium of the will aspect. See how it brings light into the square-like etheric field of the planet. Ponder upon the words of the Christ. I am the light of the world. Global network. Link your triangle or triangles to the global network of golden triangles. Realize that the network of triangles is under the eye of the great Shambhalic triangle, the three Buddhas of activity in Shambhala. Attempt to recognize this living connection with your triangles, with a network of global triangles, and with the three Buddhas of activity in Shambhala. Three Buddhas of activity. From the triangles now being created, the Buddhas of activity will extract that essential quality which will go to the building of this aspect of the planetary Antakarana. Know that in times of emergency, within humanity or upon the planet, the Buddhas of activity can energize the triangles network for protective purposes. Ponder on this fact. Great invocation. When we now sound the great invocation, which is the core activity in the triangle work, let us be conscious and let our spiritual invocation to be heard on high sound, visualize, and make an impact in the spiritual world of great ones. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Oh. Manifestation. See now the global network of golden triangles covering the entire planet. Endeavor to realize the factual nature of this great living spiritual organism. It constantly substance and underlies the world affairs. See it as a growing vital reality of such life and potency that it can break through or break up all limiting outer cleavages. And by the very force of its interior life, eventually externalize itself. Let us visualize the living triangles functioning within the square-like etheric body of Earth, transmuting it into triangles. Through the network which the triangles are creating, light or illumination is invoked by the daily work and attitude of the triangle members. Thus light can indeed descend on earth, and goodwill, which is the love of God and basically the will to good, can also stream forth in fuller livingness into the hearts of men. Let us attempt to see Earth as a sacred planet and humanity redeemed. Closing. Let us sound now very consciously the sacred word Om 3 times, and thus sustaining the circulation of love and light flowing through our triangles. Om. Thank you, dearest friends. Tomorrow we will continue at the same time, the same way that we have the 12 heartbeats of peace meditation first at 6 p.m. GMT, and then we have the reappearance of the Christ meditation. And let us realize that we are in the time of the sacred time of the new moon in Scorpio, powerful new moon. So now, lots of love and many, many blessings to everybody. And we meet again tomorrow. Good night from Finland.